Hi, it's Rich White. Been a long time since I've done a video. I think probably about a year, maybe a bit over. My excuse is really hot summer, really cold winter. Not fun to be in the garage. So anyway, that's kind of what happened. I am back at work again with it. The last month I've been doing some stuff to it. I wanted to kind of give you guys an overall look at it, how she is all together. She's about 15 long by 8 wide. So we go down here, the Mox and flat module, and then we go into Caddis Creek, Payless, Carson Hill down here. Sorry if it's bumpy, you guys know I'm kind of a lousy camera guy, but trying to show you what I can. Okay, that's Carson Hill. And then the odd colored module here is the plug. I went to Ace, ordered my paint. They no longer made the brand for the original paint. We tried to match colors as close as possible, didn't match. Anyway, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. It's not a big deal. I may paint the fascia all new again. And the 2 modules with Mount Bullion. These are, there's no track over about 45% of the railroad, just scenery and a rather large gold rush town. For those of you that maybe haven't seen it, I put videos of how I constructed this, the mock-ups, how I built it. There's maybe 4 or 5 videos on just Mount Bullion, but nothing with all the people on it. I've pretty much put my whole population out here. Cars, folks, little scenes that really bring interest to your layout. If you've got a spot, get some people on them, get some vehicles in there. Let people know that, you know, there's more than just trains that you want to show. And when I show people come and look at Mount Bullion, they're just blown away by the realistic detail. I spent a long time, about a year building this one. And it's really fun. I had a lot of the buildings already, and it was just a matter of making everything fit into what I believe is a representation of a California gold country town. So anyway, this is Orr Street. There's Orr Street, there's Placer, and then mine tees into Placer. The roads are built at an angle. It's on a slight hillside because nothing is worse than flat, in my opinion only. I don't like flat. So if you don't want to build at an angle, that's your deal, but it's way more interesting if stuff is at a slight angle. You can see the slope there of the town. I know it's bumpy, but it's all I got. So little scenes like this growler behind the bank that protects the back door. Another dog is kind of infringed on his territory. He don't like it. We go up here. We go to the Carson Hill Road. Mr. Ming's Laundry. He's busy in there working away. This goes into the plug. I did a video on building this plug. I think it really made a difference. So a little vignette, little scene here, like the fellows coming down with some wood, Carson Hill Road, and they run into Mr. Ming's big pot-belly pig, and that pig ain't moving. So these guys are going to have to decide what they're going to do. People love these kind of little scenes. It just brings your railroad to life. This is the Payless Superintendent's cabin. It's all lit. It's all detailed on the inside. He's sleeping as usual, up all night. Lots of detail. Tried to model Knotty Pine inside there. I think I did a pretty good job. And this butts up right here to Upper Carson Hill. You guys have seen this. I've done videos on this. The barber, Captain Raspel's store. There's Miner's cabin. And there's an old abandoned jail. And we drop down here, and now we get into the meat of the railroad. That's the fueling facility. There's the Heisler ready to shove a couple of empties back up the hill. It's the mill. I'm going to come all the way around and show you the inside. So the water tank spout goes up and down, which is kind of fun. When we roll in for water, you have to drop the spout and, you know, do the water thing. It's my little Davenport. He's works with the porter up here. Usually I have some problems with the porter, the runnability of the porter, which is right there. The sound's not real good on it. It's gone insane on me a couple of times, and I'm trying to get her completely reprogrammed, so I'm not really good at electronics, so it's a work in progress. Shoot, I'm a work in progress. There's the mine shaft with the old guy shoving an ore car down in there. Upper part of the hill. Got some guy hiking around up there, not sure what he's doing. Then we drop down to the Caddis Creek area. A couple of tunnels, trestle. Got those guys mining the gravels. I've shown that before, but that guy actually has gold in his pan. I do a lot of prospecting on the Stanislaus, so I gave up some of my stuff for him. But the kids love it when they see that. I put a little magnifying glass on there and they can look and see the actual gold in his pan, which scale-wise would be pretty impressive. In Caddis Creek. And the throat that goes into Moxon Flat. Pretty good spot right here, pretty good. I got the switch working pretty well with the blue points. It was a struggle, but as a lot of stuff is, just kept redoing it and reworking it. That's an 18-inch line. That's the little diesel-powered unit. It runs these type of ore cars back and forth and keeps that bin loaded. And then kind of go up over the top of the hill here, and there's the quartz stringer. That quartz stringer is what's causing all the mining in this area. Those guys tested that stuff and it was pretty rich. So they're boring into the mountains up in this area. Okay, that's mine number 3. And then we go down into the gorge with Upper Caddis Creek. Okay, I know it's bumpy, but at least you guys are getting to see it, so it's the best I can do. End of the railroad right here. It is open for expansion. If I sell it and somebody wants to build onto it, the tracks, I'm right there, and then right at the edge, that's the bus inside there, I hide them. And then we come, this is Cascade Creek. It drops down behind the little miner's cabin here. I hope this is staying in, kind of in focus. I worked for 2 months just putting castings on this thing. There's like 45 castings in this gorge. And I'm really happy with it, so. A couple of dudes playing checkers there. And then we come up here and got the Shay. It's my new Shay, kind of new. Picked it up off of eBay. Runs great. And it works Moxon Flat. It can't take the turns. They're too tight for it. The track, I've purposely built this track funky and tight, never thinking that it was going to be maybe too funky and too tight. But anyway, the Shay it can go across Caddis Creek over there, around that little bend there, but it mainly shuttles, empties and loads back. And it really is a nice piece. I put a lot of work into detailing it out and weathering it, and pretty happy with it. So anyway, again, vignettes, a lot of little stuff happening. People love to see, the thing brought to life, and that's what the figures will do for you. And just, little confab right here going on. Got a miner pushing his ore car ready to dump it in the bin for mine number 2. And of course, there's a tank there for water. Double bin right there for ore. Little crane to get stuff up. And then I think since the last time I did a video, I added a jib crane up here. We're getting stuff up into mine number 3. That's 3 or 2, whatever. That's pretty nice detail. So anyway, again, a lot of finished scenery. I'm going to add some more trees. I don't need to, but I like to build trees, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to put some more bigger trees over on that plug. This is a real interesting corner right here. I didn't know if I would be able to pull this thing off originally when I started designing adding another module to the Caddis Creek module, but it blended really well and it flows really well. So took my time. You got to take your time. Build mock-ups. Just, you know, don't rush if you're going to work on small modules. Mine number 1, adit number 1 here. Got the fellas, they've been there for years. Those guys, 2 guys, been sitting there for about 30 years. So, good employees. It's the only switch right there that is not manual with a blue point. I actually have to physically throw the harp switch down, which works fine. A couple of loads there ready to come down to the main. And again, we're going to go back down here. Carson Hill Road. You guys have seen this. Claims office. There's a pickup truck in the Sousa's garage there. Let me show you that thing. Okay, he's in there. He's going to get some work done on it. The owner is going to watch every bit of work that he does to his fancy green truck. So, and we swim down. I'm not going to take the roof off of the mill. You guys have seen it. So, we go back up again, up Carson Hill Road, which starts climbing here, and goes through an area and then comes out up at Upper Carson Hill. Okay, there's Ben's eggs dropping off some eggs and stuff. Excuse me. There's the old guy that lives in that cabin right there, playing on his blues harp. Okay, we go up over the plug. Okay, and then that butts into Upper Mount Bullion. This is where I joined everything right here. This section here was just way too close to the Mount Bullion, so that's why I built the what I call the plug. Okay, there's going to be some big trees up here I'm going to add. It's just a little light tree-wise, so it needs some more flora and fauna. So we come in back down to Mount Bullion. Got a couple of motorcycle folks there parked in front of the palace, which is closed for renovation, but the card room is still open, so that's a good thing. If you look over on the right-hand side, the local sheriff is keeping an eye on. He's kind of a crusty little dude. Doesn't really is careful who comes in and out of Mount Bullion, so not sure why, but it's how he rolls. And we go down to lower Mount Bullion. This is Orr Street, and these 2 guys right here are a couple of figures I found on eBay that represent Laurel and Hardy, and boy, they are spitting images. It's just cool. So these Laurel and Hardy guys are rolling into Mount Bullion to do a little benefit at the Majestic, and you can see some of the Mount Bullion boys are like going, wow, that's cool, look at these dudes, where'd they come from? So anyway, they're Laurel and Hardy rolling into town. A couple of military guys there that's staying at the Clavey. And again, if you look at the corner where the bar is, that is a popular spot. Got the bus stop there. The front of Majestic, which is going to get lit up. And then back down the backside. And Tank's gas station. Guy ran out of fuel there, had to push his truck in, one of the Mount Bullion boys. And Bill's Diner right there. That's the hot spot of town, best chow in town, and it is busy all the time. So again, looking up Mine Street, you pan back, it's 19 inches wide, okay? That's how much you can pack in if you plan it. And it's not level, which makes it way more interesting. So, okay, you pan up. So it's about 7 feet of town. Okay. Every building's lit. Street lights all work. I'll do a video of a night scene because I think you guys would really enjoy that. It's very, very cool. There's the Mount Bullion miners statue, and again the Comstock building, and looking up over the roofs and panning back over the whole railroad. So 15 by about 8 overall, 7 sections complete. Just a few tiny little things to do left, and that is going to be it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with her. I'm 75. I have to figure something out. So she's either going to get sold to a private collector that might be interested in it, or possibly into a museum somewhere. I would have liked to got it into the California Railroad Museum in Sac, but they're all full, I think, now. So it would have fit perfectly, being as it represents California gold mining, and what they have in there now is, well, I won't say anything. Anyway, that's it. 15 by 8. She's done. You know what I wanted to do? I did want to let you guys see the. Let me run the. Oh, that was not good. My shirt caught on one of my telephone poles. So let me. I know this is wild, so just hang tight, okay? I'm gonna do a 17-minute video. I gotta do some training. Okay, so she's pushing some empties up, 6.5% grade. Get a little head of steam up. She goes over the steep part. So this guy back up in here, they'll drop ores on the main, and they'll spot those right in this section, and the Heisler will come and grab them, take them back down to the mill, and then bring the empties up, drop them, and then the porter or the Davenport will pick those up right here. So let me speed this little booger up. I tried to keep this under 20 minutes, I don't know. It's been across Caddis Creek a couple times. Bumpy, I know. Stop complaining. Come the empties. How's that? Let me see if I can. One hand on the camera, one hand on the controller, okay? So just be patient here. got to show you the Heisler. I know, bad camera work. Pretty good modeling, lousy camera work. What do you want? You can't have everything. Oh, I'm over 20, not good. I'll stop her on the trestle and we'll be done. Okay, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave me some feedback. Tell me what you think. That's her. She's done. She's complete. It is what it is. You interested? Let's talk. If not, no problem. But